The soul knows the presences. The morning sky was thought to display a message, but it was muddled, and why? The world was thought to be run by rules, but none was kept. None was, anyway, effective. We are to look at the final thrust of things to determine truth. In the final assize, we had ought to hope that no law be kept, for all would perish. Even those of your favor are subject to light and truth and holiness, all violated. Truth trudges a lonely path, seeking broad and easy ways, but falls off the narrow way, falls to where there is no path, but descent. Some try to live wildly free, and God is free, but free to ascend, and not to go down to slavery. All we are there and cannot come up, for two kingdoms are, and we roam the places of the evil one, prince of darkness and of the power of the air which we breathe. We cannot breathe of heaven's airs, else they be flown to us by the Spirit. How we dodge all ghosts in our life, afraid of everything. For the soul knows the presences. Its guilt is ever on its shoulder, whispering. And why shall we look forward to these muddled days, disarmed to our body, to our mind, to our soul? For that you are renewing us by degrees, not by instantaneity. You are forming yourself in our whole nature, and we live for you in good works. The concepts that the Greeks formed of the holiness of the gods differed greatly from biblical concept, sublimity, for instance, and sacredness and venerability, non-moral concepts. The truth we are given of holiness is by divine revelation. There is nothing about us which would have come to proper notions of this, nor to live it. Some ask the necessity of biblical revelation. Inherent to Adam was holiness, in that we were set apart for your purpose and purposes. We have only now its seed. We already are set apart and to undergo sanctification, to be cleansed and to be solely devoted to you. Both he who sanctifies and those who are sanctified are all from one. Sanctify us through your truth. Your word is truth, and your word is the Lord himself. Contrasted to holiness are the concepts loose and common. In the modern world, this is clearly seen in the almost universal tolerance of fornication. We are advised, for this is the will of God, our sanctification, that we abstain from fornication, but we do not. We may say that sanctification is God's sublimity above the world, or merely your power, or the consuming majesty of your being. In each of these, the moral element is lacking. Thus is seen the efforts of utopians and all who rage upon the heightening of the spirit of man to be fruitless. As Isaiah, we are to become aware of our uncleanness, our unclean lips. The angel must take a coal from the altar and touch our lips. You love yourself as the highest moral good and turn away from all evil. It shall not attach itself to us to prevent our coming to you. None is like you, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders which are not believed, though they were brought directly to us by the Son of God. You have registered your protest against the unclean world and created in us the core of a new world. Your holiness is at work, removing itself from the sinful world. My kingdom is not of this world, and redeeming us from sin. It is your holiness that sets us apart. You redeem your people for your own sake, to display your own virtues. You seek us out and forgive us and accept us again. You did it for your name's sake, so that your name would not be defiled in the eyes of the heathen. Already it is done. Already all is accomplished. We are living out in every detail the will of God. You did not simply rescue us, but put into operation our own righteousness. Our original rightness is recovered, plus imputed interest, the furtherance of our personhood within your person. It is the Spirit of God whose name is holy. Through him you sanctify your people, working all things unto God. We are set apart, holy prophets, holy apostles, holy people. Let us be so. Amen.